Hello everybody and welcome back to Slay the Princess episode 2. Last episode we dealt with the Thorn Princess, and this episode well, I don't really know who we're going to be dealing with quite yet. But yeah, rather than try and slay the princess this time, I'm going to actually just go and slay her. Yes, I know. We don't need all this. You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or R1 on your control. Oh, I don't have a controller right now. Yes. Okay, so blah 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 blah. Let's just go right to the cabin. Okay, yep. Okay, blades are implement. So this time we're going to be taking the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood.
I see.
The princess really lives here. Slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
You really don't like this princess's hideout, do you?
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Up it comes.
Who's there?
Me, Princess.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Oh, okay, voice of the hero. You like it like that. I
Don't let
see.
it
I
fool
see.
you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Maybe. Hi, just checking in on you. Hi, I think I'm here to kill you. Continue down the stairs. Let's just keep with the silent and stabbing.
You're still listening to reason.
My reason is
You
content.
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Interesting.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Probably
Focus
not.
on the task
We don't know.
at hand.
No. What's that?
And
I don't know what I'm
there
doing.
you are you here to kill me or something?
Yes. What? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, I'm here. You caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
You see, I would like to talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Yes, that's true. Tighten our grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
I was just realized I put my thing back up here. I'm supposed to be down in the corner. 1 second. Whee! Here we go. Okay.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
Lay knife.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Luckily, we got legs.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Now you've
She's
intrigued
armed.
me.
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Yes. Are you sure you're not armed?
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
We will slay her, don't worry. But we're gonna lead her along
The
for
blade
now.
tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Just wait, it's part of the plan.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
Yeah,
We'll be fine.
exactly.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
I won't.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Oh my, a relationship. You're already getting ahead of yourself, lady. Okay, yeah, it's pretty awkward. Blah, 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 blah. What's your name? We already know your name's just Princess. Do you know why I'm here to kill
Do
you?
you?
No.
You're lying.
Yes, because that's what the text box said.
How does she know that?
Don't think that just because I'm the one in chains, it means you have a right to interrogate me.
Oof. Yeah, this is pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
That's a good question. I think my reasons, you think I'd just come here to kill you with someone without even knowing why? That'd be ridiculous. Yeah, totally. You're supposed to end the world, apparently.
Don't just tell her that.
Oh my goodness, wouldn't she know what she's capable of then?
That's cute. Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
No?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Also no. Well, I was hoping you'd tell me. Yeah, why don't you tell me
Ending the
anything?
world seems like an awful lot for just one person to do. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Well, let's see. There's world hunger, there's climate change, there's gas prices, housing prices, food prices. Really, economic is the best way to go about destroying the world. What else could there be? Atomic bombs, nukes, political warfare, social warfare. A lot of people just going crazy nowadays. Anyways,
I believe her.
what was it?
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of an understatement there.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Picking your nose.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Correct.
That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
That's true.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Okay.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear.
Yeah, fair enough.
But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
Yeah, worth enough for content.
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Narrator, just calm down.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
You are very different from the Thorn.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
I don't know.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
What's your name? How long you been down here? Okay, we talked enough. Let me quickly get my cursor off the screen. I forgot to do this after I finished playing the Tiny Garden demo. Whoopsie. Okay, sorry for the quick pause there, but it just started like downpour raining here, and that is crazy. So how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
Narrator, shh.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't...
Which there isn't.
Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Okay.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade.
Cool.
She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting.
Probably
Right.
is. I think she is.
She is. I'm sure of it.
Okay. So, how long you been locked down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics, no matter how.
Yes. She offers no specific. She's very vague, yada yada yada, blah
Oh.
blah blah.
Have you
The
decided
game about
what
trust.
to do with me?
Sure.
You know why you're here.
Okay. Let's see. Gonna keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other while I decide what to do. Let's examine the chains.
You have to be kidding me.
Narrator, it's all part of the goal.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
Tuggy tug.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
You never know.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Okay, we'll do that.
Whoever locked the princess away down here.
Okay. And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here? I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe we can at least find something to break you free.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Oh, okay. I mean, as long as you're, okay with it, then.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out.
Yeah,
Anything
probably.
to finally be free.
Understandable. What's with my hair today? Why is I feeling my hair's going weird?
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Return to the bottom of the stairs, because we already know
You
it's
make your
gonna
way
be
back to the bottom
pointless.
of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
If you say so.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment,
she's looking at me with those
place
big old
the
eyes
blade
again.
against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Yes.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it.
Blech.
Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet.
Cool.
She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you. How is she so composed?
Yes.
Thank
We've already
you.
been over that.
Now let's get out of here.
Yes. So you approach the locked
You
door.
won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world.
Yeah. Now you're gonna take us
As
over.
the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
But he can, and he's gonna say, "I can,"
Watch me.
or that instead. Slay the princess. Warn her. Yeah.
Stop that.
I know we're doing similar things as the last time, but it's different because we actually took the knife this
Thought
time.
This was a little too easy.
Oop, what did she just do?
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Hey, narrator, you're not like Stanley Parable narrator. You're not trying to do this for us, I don't think. So if we resist
The
this time
blade.
instead,
Move the blade.
because last time we attacked her and then we betrayed her, but now I'm gonna actually like side with her. But eventually we're gonna get to kill her.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
It's until we don't need to anymore.
I'll make this quick.
Uh-oh.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Maybe, but I think you're about to stab me, aren't you?
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Maybe she was a doctor in another life.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. The prisoner.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay.
Yes, we've already been through this. Nah, I like that.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
Sure.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth.
Ah, the
There's got to be a
skeptic.
way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just
Hello.
have to keep trying.
Well, hello there, skeptic. This is new. Our first encounter meeting. I didn't encounter you during my first playthrough of this game. So how are you? What are you like? You seem kind of skeptical.
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Maybe.
You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
You never know.
As far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large?
But we don't know
I
how.
told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Yeah. Let's assume I'm telling the truth. And all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything? Yes.
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
It would, yes.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Okay.
You died last time, which probably only happened.
Okay, you're just, yeah, bleh.
Well, that's one way to put it, I guess.
I'm with the skeptic here.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Also true.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
No. You're the self-delusional one, buddy.
But
I'm fine.
This is a
I'm
thought
normal.
experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for
But
a
you
good
did.
reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Professional, my ass.
Sure you are.
There you go. I'm with the skeptic on this one.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Well, they likely did, because now the princess is probably going to be a different person, and then we gotta either fight her, save her, or kiss her again. And who knows what'll happen at the end of that.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yeah.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here.
Reincarnation.
Did time simply rewind itself?
That
or
too.
were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
You never know. Slay the princess isekai could always happen.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
The princess walked free and is now living a happy life.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after?
Exactly.
Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
No.
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Could be also the case. This is a very dark and gloomy world.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
Here we are indeed.
You're talking in circles.
Actually, he's talking in words, not in circles.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Closer to the truth. Anyways, let's just go to the cabin.
A warning. Before she will lie.
Yes, she'll lie, cheat, and do everything in her power to stop me from slaying her.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
I like the slightly Aussie accent of this guy, you know what? And because of that, If it's not an Australian accent, then that's my bad. I do not know for sure, but it sounds Australian. But regardless, I'm gonna listen to him.
Did
and
you just say wink out loud?
Don't you don't bring attention to it. It's just for good effect, okay?
No, I didn't. Wink.
I get you. Wink.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Sure, I'll ignore him. Wink. Okay, cabin. So let's see what this place looks like now.
The interior of the cabin is
looks like a
less
cell.
a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
Okay, so yeah, that explains the prisoner title.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Yeah.
The blade is your implement.
Yep. Our instrument, doing that, yada yada yada. But yeah, we're gonna listen to the skeptic. We're gonna take the blade. He sounds like he wants us to kill the princess, and I trust the skeptic a lot more than I trust the narrator.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Yeah, true. Okay, let's the mirror's not gonna do anything for us except for us touching a wall. The other explorer choices don't really seem much important either, so let's just go right down.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase.
Ooh, pretty.
A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be
doing her a favor. You really do not like interiors of this place, my guy.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Oh, we'll gladly give you company then. Probably. The last one did, so this one will likely too.
You walk down the stairs.
Oh, that's a lot of
eyes with
chains.
The princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. So much for cutting her out of here.
Yeah, so is this like a kink thing, princess, or is this a crime thing? I can't tell right now, to be honest with you.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall?
Oh yeah, that's true. Why is that there?
Everything seems to serve a distinct purpose. There would be something so obviously useless.
Yeah, why is that one there anyways? What was that one holding? Her legs, her waist?
That was there last time too, wasn't it?
Was it? Probably.
It was.
Okay then.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Cool. Sit with her. I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. No, we're not going to leave her here. Let's chat with her, and then we'll do our slaying and weighing.
But she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Okay, what's up?
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Oh, sure.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Sure. Wink. Sit where you were told to sit. Might as well.
She asks, and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
So according to the skeptic, we should slay you. So kind of that. Let's see. Well, what happened after I died last time? Yeah, I would like to know that.
Oh, are we talking about that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But sure, I'll fill you in.
Yeah, well, you know, you like giving away the game sometimes. By the way, you just lost the game. Anyways.
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Okay, interesting.
And now you're back.
That is correct. I am here.
Is that really all she knows?
Probably, or at least it's gonna be all that she's gonna tell us.
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
That could be the case as well.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
You never know.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true.
Yep. Told you.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
Not really.
It's complicated things how, exactly?
Yeah, how?
Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
Well, it's
The
different this time.
situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Yeah, it's not really our second time either, more like third, fourth, fifth.
A contingency for what?
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Well, thank you for shutting up.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
That's true.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
Well, I don't think it works like that.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met.
Aw.
I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Well, too late.
That's pathetic.
Like he said,
I never said I wasn't.
that's also true.
I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Sure. Totally the first time I've met you guys.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky, so don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
No promises.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark?
That is also a really good point.
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
Well, good thing I like swimming.
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
Never.
I won't.
See, I'm with him.
You won't get another word from me on the matter.
Okay, good.
Yeah, sure. We'll see about that.
Can we just get back to the princess now? I'm sure she's really confused as to why we're talking to ourselves.
Just give it a rest, this isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Sorry, voices in my head. But yeah, the other chain in the wall, who was that for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Ooh, that could be fun. We could be little chain buddies.
Maybe it'll fit.
Could be.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Well, I'm just gonna make a separate save file in case I want to try that. Anyways, so what do you want to ask next? So yeah, what would you have me do?
Let me borrow that knife.
Eh.
Don't worry, you'll get it back.
That's ominous.
Yeah, it is.
But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing.
Oh, please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
That's also true.
So, what should we do?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons.
You know, considering how much I've been agreeing with the skeptic with her without realizing it, I'm kind of worried that this is showing how skeptical I am in real life. That's kind of concerning. May need to reevaluate some things, but okay.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to
Yes, yes,
escape
yes.
and
We've
end
heard the
back
whole
doesn't
ending the world
sound
thing
great.
before.
What about the pros?
Yeah, let's hear those.
There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Yeah, they could just both be screwing with us. Okay, let's see. If you want to leave, I'm gonna need to be the one to deal with the weapon. You know what? I said in the beginning I'm just gonna be here to slay the princess, so let's just get it over with.
I am not a damsel to be helplessly murdered.
Oh, okay.
As you move to strike the princess, she stands, her chains clinking as she wraps them around her fists.
Well, that's she's ready to put them dukes up, it looks like.
In an instant, they're around your neck,
Oh, okay.
both of you dropping to the ground as she pulls them taut, bracing her body against yours as you struggle uselessly.
Damn, she's a fighter.
Drop it, or you die.
Is that the sound of my neck? Holy crap.
Thought this was going to be a safe move, but she's going to kill us again. Just listen to her. Do what she says. How many times did I warn you she's not to be trusted? But while strangulation can be very distracting, she's not armed, and you have your pristine blade. End her before she ends you.
Yeah, good point. Slay.
Feel your will and refuse to give in to the princess's demands, ignoring the stars dancing in your eyes and the screaming of your starved lungs. You strike. You fumble your first few attempts, only making surface-level scratches and gouges as your arm flails forward, barely able to obey. But a single focused blow was all it took. Your blade pierces up through her ribs, slicing through flesh, striking her heart.
Oh goodness, yeah. If I didn't already say so already in a notice. Content warning, people. This can be graphic in descriptions.
The chains loosen. The darkness creeping in at the edges of your vision subsides.
Okay.
None of this was ever very fair, was it?
No, it's
But
a
I did
video
kill
game.
you last time. I should have expected you might want some petty revenge.
Can you really call killing someone back petty? I don't really know.
Unfortunately for you, that means you've dug your own grave.
Huh?
You can forget about me ever helping you again, even if it damns us both.
I feel like I might have made a mistake.
And just like that, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
I
Okay.
don't like this. It was too easy.
Yeah.
It was not too easy. We almost died. That's right. This was an incredibly difficult task, and you performed it admirably. Let's just get out of here. I don't like looking at her body. Plus, he said there'd be a reward.
He did say there'd be a reward.
Appreciate a reward right about now.
Yeah.
You have the attention span of a fly. How are we supposed to unravel the mysteries of this place if you're so easily distracted by empty promises?
It's better to have a short attention span in a situation like this.
What?
There's no use dwelling on the past, especially when it's already set in stone. And especially when your promised reward is not, in fact, empty and is worth all the adversity you've been through to get here.
It's not really not able to go back. I could go load a save somehow.
Fine. But if we're leaving, then we're taking the blade. I feel exposed without it.
Fair enough.
With your work done, you remove the blade from the princess's corpse and make your way back upstairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. You can think of it as sealing yourself off from an unpleasant chapter of your life. It's all uphill from here.
Cool.
The windows. Do you see that? We used to be able to see the outside world from up here, but now it's just empty.
Yeah, it
The door.
is.
Check the door.
Okay. We're gonna go to the door.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
You don't have to act surprised. We could see this vast emptiness through the windows.
Yeah, not really appealing for video purposes.
But if everything's gone, Does that mean we're not gonna get our reward?
Yeah, what is our reward anyways?
This is your reward. An eternity of bliss, if you'll have it. And I suggest that you have it.
I don't agree with that statement.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're just giving us reason to not trust you in future timelines if we can even get to future timelines.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Okay, but no.
Hell it is.
That's bullshit. Let us out of here. I don't know. I'm pretty okay with this. I was kind of hoping we'd get a better ending for saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No, this is the beginning of eternity. Your reward, like I just told you. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
But I'm not happy.
Decades? No, it can't be decades. We can't go along with this. We can't let him win.
Yeah, so we're just gonna slay ourselves, I guess.
You goddamn spiteful bastard. Are you
Yes,
really
yes,
going to
I
turn
am.
down immortality itself just to make me lose?
Yes. I am very much a spiteful bastard in real life as well. Thank you.
Why should it matter if we die at this point? Haven't you already gotten what you want?
That is true as well.
I don't have to answer that.
That's all we needed to hear.
That just gives us more reason.
You raise the blade, then drive it into your heart.
Stabbed in the heart,
Collapse to the floor,
and you're to
everything goes
blame.
dark, and you die. You're a genocidal maniac, you know that, right?
Only in video games.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Ooh, chapter 3, The Gray.
You're on a path
Oh,
in the woods.
See, that wasn't so bad.
this
Now
is
we've
very
got another
different
chance
now.
to get to the bottom of things. Bit by bit, we're starting to unravel this place.
Yeah.
There are so many more threads to pull once you stop feeling.
Okay, voice of the cold. You seem very warm, I can already tell.
That's a little dark, buddy.
You feeling okay?
I don't think he is.
I'm feeling nothing. And I like that just fine.
Is this the voice of the cold or the voice of me in my angsty high school years?
He's not wrong. Sentimentality won't help us here. We need scientific rigor.
So you've
Okay.
been here before. Of course you've been here before. What
Yes.
count is it this time? 2?
Yes, do you remember last time?
It's our 3rd. What gave it away? Your open discussions.
Fair enough.
The last time we were here, you were in full-blown denial about the possibility of us restarting. What changed? Have you just been pretending to forget?
Oh, I never considered that possibility.
I'm afraid not. Whatever other versions of me you've met in those other lifetimes were just that. Other versions of me. I just wish I'd been the first.
I don't understand why you want to be the first. It just doesn't make sense.
So you knew how all this worked. Why didn't you ever tell us? We could have used it to our advantage.
That's because there is no using it to your advantage. The more information you have, the harder it will be for you to succeed.
Okay.
It's not like it was that difficult to slay her last time. She may have put up a fight, but her flesh is still softer than our blade.
Okay, buddy. Maybe go take a break in the corner and just take a little rest and come back when you're feeling a little bit better.
And now she's dead. And I doubt she'll be able to do much of anything from the grave.
Okay, I don't like the voice of the cold.
You already slew her. And you survived.
Eh,
Yes.
yeah.
Then why, pray tell, are you here?
Because the reward kinda sucked.
Oh, I know that one. We killed ourselves.
But thank you, hero.
Why?
Because the reward
Because you
sucked.
thought trying to stuff us away in a corner for eternity was a suitable reward. Was
Yeah.
it not? What better reward is there than eternal bliss? You should have been happy.
It was boring.
Weren't.
We didn't even have a DS or a Switch or any kind of handheld gaming for us.
We were bored.
That too.
You were bored. I was just unhappy.
That's also fair.
There were still answers that we needed to find.
Also true.
It was actually working. And you killed yourself. I can't believe it. You ruined everything.
Not everything, just enough things.
How does us dying ruin everything? What aren't you telling us?
We don't even know
The
ourselves.
world doesn't stay saved if you die.
That doesn't make
If the world
sense.
isn't saved, then that means she isn't dead.
That's also true.
Oh, now isn't that interesting? I assumed she'd just be a pile of old bones. But perhaps she's not. There's only one way to find out. We should go see her.
First thing, the voice of the cold has said that I actually like. Whatever happens next, it seems like all our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through.
I'm sure you've already heard my words of warning in one of your past lives.
Yes, yes,
You've
yes.
already managed to slay her once, just don't muck it up this time, alright?
No promises.
What we do is entirely up to us.
And questionable in this case, honestly.
And we have all those mysteries to unravel. Isn't that right?
That is true.
You aren't here to solve a mystery. You're here to save the world.
Oh, and I thought I was playing a Scooby-Doo game narrator.
That's what you say. But how can we be sure?
I don't know.
We can't be sure of anything except what's right in front of us. Okay, but we should care about the fate of the world.
Yeah.
Why? Because we should. I don't know. It's important.
Yeah, I mean, it's more than just the princess and I'm sure.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yes. I think. For all we know, the world you're talking about isn't even real.
That could also be true. Maybe it's just a whole fourth wall break of being a video game at the end of the day.
Where do you think you are? Somewhere else?
Nah, well, I'm pretty sure I'm in my house playing Slay the Princess.
Maybe we are. This is horribly unproductive. The cabin and your extremely important destiny await.
Okay, let's just get to the cabin.
As soon as you enter the cabin, you're struck by an overwhelming scent of decay,
Ugh.
of mold and death and stagnant water. The once stately wooden building is bloated, its beams dripping with a black ooze of putrefaction, all but the exterior stone walls warped beyond recognition. It must have been beautiful once, but in its ruin, it is beyond repulsive.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but is that the princess right there? To the left of the mirror? Why is she up here?
But you're not alone. You can feel something watching you. There is a figure faintly outlined against the rotting wood of the wall.
Yeah, hi, are you the princess, the Grey as this chapter was called?
Is that her?
Okay, glad I'm not the only one who saw her.
It's like she isn't even there.
Yeah.
See? We killed her.
Cold. Just shush for another minute.
Right. Maybe she doesn't reset like us. She certainly doesn't look the same as she did last time.
Yeah, because each time she changes her appearance drastically.
Before you can make a move, the figure is gone, vanishing behind the door on the far side of the room.
Okay.
Door at the end of the room, but there isn't a door. There's a mirror, that's it.
Yeah.
The mirror? Is this some kind of joke? Did you all plan this out before dying? There is no mirror. There's the door to the basement, the table, and the pristine blade.
There's no pristine blade.
That's strange. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
Probably because she has it or something. And also, what is with this mirror?
Maybe it's gone because we've already killed her with it.
That could also be true.
But we had it with us when we died.
Oh yeah, that's actually a
Besides,
good point.
Everything else has reset. Why wouldn't the blade have reset too?
Yeah, it didn't happen last episode as well, which is
Maybe
weird.
it's because we've already explored that avenue. We've seen what happens when we slay her. Maybe this place has decided we don't need to try that again. I suppose it doesn't matter why the blade is gone, but you're going to have to find it if you're going to do this right. So why don't you march over to that door and make your way down to the basement?
Okay.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You must think you're looking at that mirror you mentioned
Correct.
earlier. The one that doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open the door. It's so
Okay.
hazy. We should try and clean it off.
Wipe the mirror
Reach
clean, and
forward
there's a door.
Place your hand on the door to the basement. The handle is just a little to your right, and a little down.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we can see it now. So much for our reflection. We didn't need to see ourselves anyway. I'm much more interested in seeing other things.
Okay, voice of the cold. That sounds odd.
No way left to go but down.
Very true.
The door to the basement groans open. The air is foul and wet, so thick that you can almost feel it settle onto your skin in layers of grime. The stairs are coated with slimy algae, the wood rotted through in places, reeking of fetid vegetation.
That is
A
disgusting.
wispy figure watches you from the bottom of the stairs, face veiled in shadows, legs submerged up to her shins in dark waters.
Ooh.
There she is again. Barely.
Yeah.
Just an old memory. Your eyes lock for a brief moment, then she vanishes around the corner.
I'm sorry, but last time, are we good? Is anyone there? I think we have a lot to talk about. I don't have a weapon. There wasn't anything upstairs for me when I got here. That is a horrible last one to say. I think we have a lot to talk about.
No response. Do you think she's upset with us? I don't like being here unarmed after what happened last time. I feel so exposed. She
Yeah, we're
doesn't seem
fine.
fully- You aren't helping.
I didn't mean to skip that dialogue. That's my bad.
Are you scared of a little ghost?
Yes, actually, I
What's
am.
she going to do? Look at us until we feel bad? She can look all she wants. It won't do anything.
I mean, yes, she can look all she wants, but if she wants to see more, she's gonna have to pay up a little bit for that.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A bloated body floating face down in slowly rising waters. Her wrist still bound to the wall by a heavy chain.
Okay, that is...
This cell is a
Yeah.
dark and isolated place, with not so much as a window to allow starlight to penetrate the gloom.
Yeah, this is probably the creepiest scene I've seen in this game thus far.
See? She's dead. She's not just dead. It looks like she's been rotting. So killing her does stick. Mostly. But if she's dead, then what are we supposed to do?
Well, I have a feeling we need to talk to the ghost.
She isn't dead. You clearly just believe she is.
Oh, I'm sorry. How many bodies do you know that just float in the water like that?
Her
That
corpse
live.
is floating right in front of us. You can stop it with the mind games.
Please.
If she's dead, then do we even have to do anything? How can she be a threat to the world like this? Your thoughts are cut short by the sound of a slamming door and a clicking lock. You turn to see the shade of the princess
Hi.
staring down at you from the top of the stairs. So that's where the blade is. It's already in her heart. And yet she isn't dead.
Yeah.
She is dead. Have you never heard of a ghost before?
I mean, I have heard of a ghost before.
Oh, for the love of... Can we not waste time arguing over the semantics of what is and isn't dead? She is clearly conscious. She clearly just slammed the door on you, and she clearly has a weapon. Your pristine blade sticking out of her chest. This is extremely bad. Catastrophic, even.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, dead or not, what are we supposed to do about her? Slaying or destroying, if we want to be a little more death neutral, seems off the table.
Death neutral, that's funny.
Yeah, this is tricky. But let's talk to her. See what kind of information she has that we don't. But she hasn't said anything. Are you sure she can talk like this?
I don't know.
Bold of you to come back here after what you did.
Okay, that answers that question. She can talk. So why'd you close the door?
But she doesn't answer your question. All she does is watch you in shadowed silence.
The water's rising.
Do you hear that trickling sound? The water's rising, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. and it's rising fast. Oh, that's interesting. We've never drowned before. I wonder how it'll feel.
I don't wonder that. I don't want to know the answer to that either.
Bad, I bet.
Yeah,
I don't think dying ever feels good.
probably not.
Yes, how astute. Dying is bad and you should avoid it. How about you stop trying to talk to her and do something instead?
Well, okay then, rush to the door.
The princess eyes you with a disaffected gaze as you rush up the stairs, but you don't make it past the first few steps.
Uh-oh.
The door bursts
Oh, what
open,
the?
a powerful wave of water crashing down towards you. You're swept up in the flood. Your head slams into the basement wall.
Oh, goodness. But also the sound in this game, oh my goodness, beautiful.
You come to a moment later, suspended in darkness, disorientated, only aware of the surface of the water and the emptiness above. And of course, the princess, hovering above you, watching in silence as you struggle to stay afloat in the icy depths.
You're
There's
looking
no way out.
You're looking a little bit bony there, princess. Do you need a burger? Maybe some Gatorade or some water?
It's so dark.
Actually, I don't think you
so
need water.
cold.
I think you have enough of
our
that.
limbs are slowing down. How much longer can we do this? Just keep breathing. We'll figure this out.
I don't think we are.
Or we won't. It doesn't matter either way. But you don't have time to figure anything out. Something cold and clammy wraps around your ankle.
Huh?
You're dragged under, only able to take one last hopeful gulp of air before your head is plunged into the freezing depths. As you sink below the surface, you see it. Or rather,
Oh.
you see
Oh
her.
gosh, that is
The
horrifying.
body you found floating when you first arrived, its hand is locked around your ankle, the heavy chains pulling you both down into the unfeeling, suffocating nothingness. I get it. We shouldn't have killed her. Just get it away from us, please.
Yeah, that is disgusting.
The past is the past. There's no changing it. There's nothing to fix. And there's not a lot we can do about the present either. Not unless we think like we should have been doing all along.
Well, we don't have a blade. We have talons,
But
though.
there is no thinking as you drown. You desperately try to pull yourself back to the surface again, and again, and again. Your icy limbs flailing desperately against the grip of her rotting corpse. And all the while her ghastly figure stares down at you, expressionless, as unfeeling as the weight around your ankle.
So wait, which one is the real princess? You or the one grabbing me?
Your lungs filled with water, the same way mine filled with blood. In the end, we're not so different.
Oh geez, and it's happening again. The cycle continues. But your lungs don't fill, nor will they ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. And there's that.
We already know. We already know. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
It's okay. I'll find you voices again one day.
Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
Oh wow, someone actually wants to look in the mirror. Gaze into our reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Nice.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Cool, good to know. Let's see, what do we want to say here? Are you the same being as you were before? How much has changed?
Is a child the same as an infant?
Not
I am
necessarily.
An unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Cool. You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you, right? You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you. I do feel like we should
Why
say
wouldn't
this.
I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is guarded sorrow. She saw herself as alone, but in the end had the courage to share with another. She will make for a deep heart.
Interesting.
Do not mourn her. She has finally been heard.
Okay. What else do we want to say? What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
That is true.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Well, what else can we really say to you? I think I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Thank you guys so much for joining me for part 2 of Slay the Princess. Join us next time, where we see who we encounter next. I've been Punch Fizz, and I'm punching out. Bye.